Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Unlearning Dentistry with Dr. Srishti Bunyan. Today's episode we'll understand what is the irrigation protocol that I follow for all my endo cases. So first and foremost, once you are finished shaping your canals to the desired size and taper of the final preparation, you should be able to isolate the tooth with the rubber dam. Also, when you're using your rotary and hand files, the canal should be flooded at all times with sodium hypochlorite, and you have to keep replacing the solution 5.25% sodium hypochlorite every now and then between files. Once the shaping is complete, you have to introduce 1 ml of sodium hypochlorite per canal, and if possible, if you have a heat carrier that is available with you, you can heat the sodium hypochlorite intracanal and then take an activation tip. It could be sonic activation using an endo activator. It could be ultrasonic tips or ultrasonic files. Introduce the ultrasonic file into the canal about say 3 to 4 mm within the canal and agitate the sodium hypochlorite for about 20 seconds. For each canal, you have to agitate 20 seconds of 1 ml sodium hypochlorite 3 times in a row. So multiplied with the number of canals, and those are the cycles you are going to do for sodium hypochlorite. Once you are done irrigating with sodium hypochlorite, you have to flush the canal out with normal saline, which is a passive irrigant. It has no properties of its own, to remove the entire content of sodium hypochlorite. So when you irrigate your canals with sodium hypochlorite, you will notice the bubbling effect out at the orifice level. This is because the pulp tissue which the sodium hypochlorite is dissolving is creating these bubbles, which is also called as the champagne bubble effect. After this, you can do a 30-second into 2 flushing cycles of 17% liquid EDTA per canal. So you have to introduce 1 ml 17% liquid EDTA per canal and agitate it for 1 minute. You could also do a 30-second cycle multiplied by twice, or you could do a single 1 minute cycle. All the canals need to receive the same a 1 minute cycle of activation of 17% liquid EDTA. And if you want to introduce chlorhexidine, before introducing chlorhexidine as your last wash, you have to again wash your canal with normal saline and then introduce chlorhexidine gluconate as your final wash. You can also keep sodium hypochlorite as your final wash or normal saline as your final wash. It's not contraindicated. Also, whenever you're using both chlorhexidine as well as sodium hypochlorite, never do it one after the other. Never mix their syringes, because when both of them get mixed, a precipitate which is brownish in color of chloraniline gets precipitated in the canal and it gets stuck to the walls of the canal. This prevents the sealer from actively penetrating and giving us a good seal. I hope you're able to follow this simple protocol of irrigation and activation. A good successful root canal is always an outcome of proper cleaning and shaping and proper obturation. So always dedicate 15 to 20 minutes to irrigation alone, whether it is an anterior root canal or a posterior root canal. Found this information useful? Share this with another friend who practices root canals in their practice, and we'll come out with more informative content soon.